Hey guys, March the 29th again, still in quarantine. Here's my second spread doing shuffles. And I would love to start doing this with other people because now I think I'm understanding better the whole concept of tarot. And it has, when done properly, you don't even have to tell me what you want to know. It'll just show up in the cards because that's your energy and that's what the planets are reflecting. So you shouldn't even have to say like I want to know about my boyfriend. You should just say like do my tarot reading and I should be able to just pick it up, just like a psychic. A real psychic, you don't have to tell the psychic while you're there. They just pick it up. And the tarot cards should just pick up what's important in your life right now that you need to know, whatever aspects. So here I'm showing an unhappy house or an unhappy union, unhappy family, unhappy union. The energy, that's the way you should read it too. You shouldn't try to make a story, just say the energy. The energy is an unhappy union. Now the energy is showing someone's happy because they left someone, because someone was left out in the cold and they went off to be with someone else. And this someone else is well off. Maybe they have their own house, they have their own money. They're good with their intuition. Maybe they're good in business because they're good in their intuition. And so a relationship was started. A relationship that was committed. But then karma stepped in, judgment. Could even be reconciliation. The energy could reflect reconciliation, but the energy is also reflecting judgment. Karma. From an energy of someone who is sneaky, dishonest, untrustworthy, who was fickle, wishy-washy. Excuse my nail polish. Okay. They went from fickle and wishy-washy to serious, making a serious commitment. Instead of being dishonest, going around being fickle and wishy-washy, they decided to become serious. Because they went inside, they went alone, they had alone time, they had time to reflect. And they had a tower moment, a moment where their world shattered, their way of thinking shattered because of their world shattering. And the strength, I should have put it back inside and see if it would have been reversed again or if it would have been upright or something else. Because what I do is I shuffle, I have all the cards upright. And if something's meant to come out reverse, then it's reversed. Then I say fate wants it reversed. But sometimes I put it back in anyway upright and say either let it come out again, reverse again, or show me another sign. And I should have done that. Because I did that and it came out like much more clearer. And it does happen whenever we put cards back inside the deck and keep shuffling, the same card will come out again. So don't doubt that process. But maybe this is just that he was not strong enough before. Or it could be that he found strength. The Queen of Wands, the single mother, the homemaker, the woman who has a nice house, and her children. You see her dog. So he's thinking this pertains to this woman, not this woman. This is a different woman. And he's probably daydreaming. The energy is daydreaming, discovering their options. Because the daydream, the energy is someone is feeling depressed over what they lost, over a breakup. And the energy is showing now that somebody wants to reach out and communicate. Because the energy is showing someone is starting to see potential in someone else. And then these two came out together. The energy is showing that somebody wants to be more serious, the Emperor, and work on this together. The Three of Pentacles. They want to be a serious now this time around. But it's weird. I hate that he left for someone else. So yeah, so he wants to be serious now, seriously working on this. So somebody, the energy now is somebody wants to reach out and offer love because they see hope, and they see a broader horizons. They see travel, moving. This is not something of three parties and them choosing a lot of people. This is not what the overall cards are reflecting. This is reflecting someone who is now being more serious after further reflection. And now, see, the cards are showing a story within, even in the deck of cards. So from here you have now someone wants to be the King of Cups. Now they're in the mastery level of emotions, where before they were emotionless because God intervened. God intervened and balanced out what was imbalanced in this situation. This is the way I read this card all the time. It's God, it's divine intervention. This card came out reverse. I put it back and then it came back out again with this card. So they want to offer something. They want to offer something tangible as a couple. They want to come forward with an offer as a couple. They want to fight for this relationship. So if there's anything that happens, anything wrong that comes up, they want to fight for it. They don't want it to be unsuccessful. They want justice. They want fairness. This can also be the energy of karma and justice. They want to be victorious. They want to reconcile with someone from their past. They're Queen of Cups. So remember, the King of Cups just came out. So the Queen of Cups, this woman who they have emotion for, and she has a big heart. Because there were secrets in the past. There were things that were not honest. There were things that were hidden. But they decided to change that. And now they want things to be emotionally happy. They want a happy family. They want things to work out. They want the relationship to work out. Because they have a different perspective now. And they see the hope. They see a favorable outcome. Before they walked away, they want to bring truth why they walked away. They want to come forward victoriously and have a family that's a happy family that's also financially stable. So they want to have the whole thing. They want to have a new start in this relationship. They want a new start. They want to have this, I call this one the sword of truth. So they want to have truth about what happened. They want to tell you the truth of why they chose to go forward. To go forward with someone else and ignore what they had. This is the Four of Cups. This is when someone is ignoring a gift that's in front of them. This is like an angel handing him over a cup. Normally it's a hand from the sky handing the cup, and the person refuses to look at it and refuses to look at the other cups around. So he was in a bad place. And he just wanted to win at all costs. Five of Swords. Wanting to win at all costs. Because he wanted to be the King of Pentacles. He was lacking in finances. He was having financial problems. Here you go, baby. He was having financial problems. He was trying to hold on to his money, whatever money he had. And so that's what was tugging at his self-esteem from his Empress. He didn't feel good enough for her. But he loved her, and he wants to offer her another start in love after a heartbreak, after he broke her heart and left her, making the heavy decision to leave and have a new start of passion with someone else, with a mistress, and even more clarified. She kept showing up like this. Every time she would come up, I would look at behind her, and the devil would always be behind her. So even more clarifying it. He went off with maybe other people. This could represent as well that it wasn't just one person, that it was probably other people, other women, to satisfy his desires, because he was, as the earlier one showed you, he was inconfident about his finances. Let me show you again. So this was the reason. He needed his ego stroked. And like I said earlier, if you ever want to know if your ex is cheating or your husband is cheating on you, this is a good indicator. If it's a particular person, or it could mean that he's just cheating in general, because the Queen of Wands is the only queen that represents passion. The other queens do not represent passion. So that with this is definitely an affair or cheating. This as well is an affair or cheating. This is like an overindulgence of something, or a habit. What is it called? Like when you're addiction, a bad addiction. And then you would need to clarify what that addiction is with the other cards. So he felt wounded. He felt wounded for what he did. That's the way I'm taking it, but this card can also mean like when you have already went to battle and you're strong and now you know how to face your enemy. So that it could also mean that too. And he's changing his player ways and ready to just be loyal, because this king is loyalty, but he's also, like with the other cards, he's the player of the zodiac, as Tyler's tarot one time accidentally said the player of the zodiac. I really loved it, so I'm sticking to that. The player of the zodiac. But he's the only king that can represent the player. But he's changing his ways, because that's the death card. And now he wants to do an equal give and take. He's made a decision, or he's prioritizing to come forward with the truth of why he left. He went away to calmer waters, or he left. It doesn't have to always be calmer waters. It could just also mean leaving. And why he went to go pursue something elsewhere. And start over elsewhere. But now he's had time to think, time to contemplate, Four of Swords. And he realizes he wants to work on this. And he wants me, or whomever the energy is, he wants someone to start being honest and direct and upfront with how they feel. And be willing to fight for this relationship too. He's made his decision. And he probably wants, the energy is, he probably wants this person to be decisive as well. And be willing to accept or offer their cup of love. Their, how would you say it? Like to accept the relationship, accept the offer. And that he will be direct and forward and honest and speaking from his mind and tell you what's on his mind. Because he's thought about this a lot and had sleepless nights and anxiety about this. And he felt trapped over this. Okay, here you go, baby. Felt trapped about this. And this phase is over. Or about the breakup. It could be that the phase is over It could also be about the breakup. And look at my baby. This is who my baby is. Oh, my baby. Let me see my baby. Okay. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.